Thanks for coming back and watching another episode of Focus on Fond du Lac. Excuse me for not being on camera for this intro, but I'm wandering around the expansive site of Sadoff Iron Metal, checking out what's going on. Sadoff Iron Metal is a family-run business with the third-generation Lasky brothers running the operation. The company was started in 1947 by their grandfather, Edward Rudoy, was handed down to his son-in-law, Sheldon Lasky, and is now being served by his sons, Mark, Jason, and Brad Lasky. Today, Sadoff conducts business in 37 states and exports its products all over the world. Jason took us around the operation to get an up-close look at the products that are being recycled into new materials. Not only does the company recycle materials, they also make materials. In safe conditions, torchmen take recycled parts and can cut them to specific sizes to create new parts for many different needs. These machines are absolutely huge and sure take a beating throughout the day. That's why every single day involves an extended period of time making repairs and making sure the machines live a long life. There's a lot to learn about this industry. The difference between ferrous and non-ferrous metals will always be a random tidbit of information I know. What's the difference? Ferrous metals contain iron and are magnetic. Non-ferrous metals do not have iron and, you guessed it, are not magnetic. Sadoff will take many items off your hands or the hands of commercial recyclers. You don't have to be hauling hundreds or thousands of pounds of metal to come and visit. You can bring in your cans for a few quick bucks, or if you have an old rusted vehicle, you can have it join its friends in this pile. Mark Lasky, one-third of the Lasky trio that keeps this operation going, sat down with us to talk about more of their business and its history.
We collect scrap. We take in scrap and primarily scrap metal, and then we do something with it, either densify it or separate it or shred it or cut it or segregate it by size, density, chemistry for our consumers. So our customers would be steel mills, foundries, smelters, other scrap yards that are looking for things to remelt, raw material feedstock to remelt to make new products. So we talk things about here, ferrous and non-ferrous. Think of ferrous as anything that'll stick to a magnet. It's measured by the ton. Non-ferrous, think of things that don't stick to a magnet. So your copper, your brasses, metals in those areas. Some of the things that come in, we got into electronic waste, electronic scrap. So motherboards and computers and hard drives and printers and those kind of things. There's markets for those for reuse. So and one that everyone can relate to is probably used beverage cans or aluminum cans. So we have people who bring in after a weekend. They come in with their cans to Fortune 100 companies that we handle their scrap in an environmentally sensitive way, or we work with certificate of destruction. There's things that companies will have in Fond du Lac County here, like a Mercury Marine. They may have prototypes they're working on. So we actually ensure that nothing gets put back into the marketplace. So they actually come and sometimes we'll watch the process of us destroying those kind of things. And so that's what we do.
That does it for the last episode of Focus on Fond du Lac that we filmed in 2014. We'll be back soon with brand new episodes. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.